Hello, doctor. Thank you so much.
Hello, how are you?
Good, good, good. How are you?
I'm good.
All right. So, shall I start?
Sure, sure.
Okay. Hello, everyone. I'm Kalpana Chaudhary, founder of Social Tables. We are a personal brand strategy firm for influencers and entrepreneurs. Our services are designed to help mission driven messengers clarify your positioning, expand your reach, and increase your revenue. We are into consultant, branding, host, modeling, conclave, conference, summit, panel discussion, fundraising, and CSR consultant. Tables is committed to sustainable development where business and environmental context. Tables focus initiatives are education, health, livelihood, uh, environmental activities, cultural activities, ecotourism, financial inclusion, skill and vocational training. Hello, doctor. Warm welcome to
Hello.
Social Tables.
Welcome to you. Namaskar.
Namaskar. It's a great pleasure for me to introduce our special guest today, Dr. Shashank Joshi, Padma Shri awardee, who is going to talk to us on learning with COVID-19. We are delighted and honored to have you with us to share your valuable views on the current pandemic. It's a great pleasure to welcome such a wonderful personality as our special guest today. Dr. Shashank Joshi is currently a practicing endocrinologist in Mumbai, attached several hospitals. The Dean of Indian College of Physicians and member of Maharashtra State COVID-19 Task Force at Primary Health Care for Urban Slums. He has led several Indian and global societies. He is the chair. He is the chair of International Diabetes Federation Southeast Asia, IIM president of International College of Nutrition. He has published more than 1,200 research papers and did more than 200 orations. He has won many awards, including International Clean Chair of the Year Award by American College of Endocrinology in 2012 and Padma Shri in 2014 by Government of India. All right. So without wasting much of the time, let me start with the question and answer session. So you have been appointed as the committee of Maharashtra government for COVID-19. What are the measures taken to combat this global pandemic?
So, as you know, that COVID is everywhere, and India was no exception, and Maharashtra was no exception, and Mumbai is no exception. So, when the government appointed the task force, its whole idea was that time the Mumbai and Maharashtra was having a very high mortality rate. Means people were dying of COVID in the state very fast. So they actually found out why were they dying, and was there any way that the death rate could come down, and can we manage COVID better? Because you see, we have to all learn to live with COVID. And we found out that most people who were dying of COVID in Mumbai and Maharashtra were people who were senior citizens and people who were of different ages. So mainly above 50, 60, 70, 80. Then people who had hypertension, people who had diabetes, heart disease, lung disease. So any person who was senior citizen and had chronic illness, they were the one who were getting the death. So we tried to triage them and make a score out of them. Also, what was happening is that most people were landing late in the hospital because there was so much of scare and fear. See, Corona say don't get fearful, don't get scared. We have to all live with it. So that's why people used to stay at home and not come to the hospital. There was also lockdown that time. So that is why people were coming to the hospital very late. And if the people who were, that is why they were dying, or they were either very senior citizens or they had these comorbidities, as we call them, like obesity, diabetes, hypertension, and various other chronic illnesses. So the whole idea was to identify these people at risk and then take care of them. They are our VIPs. So our senior citizens are our VIPs. People who live with chronic disease are our VIPs, and they need protection from COVID. So they really need to be at home, and they really need to take care of themselves. They need the distancing, which is social distancing. They need to be masked, and they are the ones who need to use the sanitizer. Of course, everybody needs to use the SMS policy. SMS means social distancing is 1S, M is mask, and third is sanitizer or soap and water. So
Okay.
we need to do that. But
Hmm.
this vulnerable group we have to tackle, and that is why the government wanted to do that. And now actually that time the rate was very high. So now the rate has come down to 1 minute.
Hmm.
I don't know how to handle this one.
No problem. Yeah, we'll wait.
So hello. So
It's coming.
the death rate has now come down. Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, 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 yes.
Yeah. So the death rate has now come down from almost 10% to 3%, but we still are having an avalanche of cases because right now we are at the peak of the epidemic, and these number of cases are going up because we are testing more frequently. Then every person we test, we trace down all the persons that person contact. What is contact tracing, and then we are isolating or quarantining them. So basically, right now, what is happening with COVID is somebody comes positive, then we try to test them. Then we test all the people they were in contact with. It's called as contact tracing. And after that, we are trying to isolate them at home. And if somebody is in the vulnerable group or somebody has symptoms, then we are taking them to the hospitals or these corona care facilities which government has put out, like field hospitals at the Dome or at the BKC or at the Goregaon Sports Complex. That is why, because basically they need oxygen. They need medicine and they need oxygen. So that is how it is. So that was the whole idea of the task force. There were a lot of experts and they were basically giving directions to doctors how to handle this pandemic better.
Okay, wonderful. So there are so much activities has been done already. And as you said, from 10%, it's been, 3% of the mortality rate.
Now it has come down to 3%.
3%. Okay. So how to live with COVID then? How does one live with
First thing is,
COVID?
if somebody gets COVID, you should not get scared of COVID. See,
Okay.
most people, 85-80% of people who get COVID will have mild to asymptomatic disease and they will be able to get out of COVID within 2 to 3 weeks, maximum 4 weeks. So once if you get tested positive, first thing you should do is you should isolate yourself, quarantine yourself, and quarantine yourself from all your family members. If you are not a senior citizen, you don't have the vulnerable group, then you can stay at home and start some medicines under medical supervision. Like most people, if their ECG is normal, X-ray is normal, we give them a 5-day course of hydroxychloroquine with azithromycin. These are like simple medicines. Azithromycin is basically antibiotic, and the chloroquine, hydroxychloroquine is like a malaria drug. So that is given for 5 days, provided the ECG is normal. If the ECG is abnormal, then we give another medicine called doxycycline for 5 days and ivermectin for 3 days. And then most people need to take some vitamin C, 500 milligram twice a day, zinc, 50 milligram twice a day. Then they need to take some vitamin D also. So they need to take all this and they need to stay healthy. And if they have a facility of doing a pulse oximetry, they should download the Arogya Setu app. Because if they download the Arogya Setu app, then they will get a lot of guidance, what to do, what not to do. Don't get scared. And then, their close contacts all should be tested. Suppose they feel breathless, they get lot of fever, they are short of breath, then their fever is not at all coming down below 102, 101. And on top of that, they get dry cough because COVID you don't get wet cough, they get dry cough. Then it is better to go to a nearby hospital under medical supervision and get admitted. So that is how it is. So remember, most COVID needs drinking lot of water, sleeping for a good 8 hours, taking some medicines under supervision, eating well, taking some vitamin C, vitamin D, and zinc. And most of them will be able to manage it. You can have 2 drops of virgin coconut oil. You can have some ashwagandha. Okay. Some people also take some homeopathic medicines, but if you take homeopathic medicine, take it under supervision of homeopath. And most COVID patients will become okay. If they don't have the vulnerable conditions, if they are not senior citizens, most of them recover very well. And usually it takes 2 to 3 weeks. Normally the test is done through a mouth swab or a nasal swab. And usually we don't need to repeat a test. After 10 days, after diagnosis, this virus, it doesn't multiply. So it becomes non-replicative. And then that person is not infective to others. So formerly what was happening is if somebody got tested positive, the whole building was getting sealed. Now they are not sealing the building. They're only sealing the flat and the floor. And quarantining is very important. And all the people that person came in touch with, that person should disclose and those people should get tested. Because that's the only way we can handle the pandemic. So don't get scared of corona. We have to live with corona. We have to stay positive. We have to eat slowly. We have to eat on time. We have to eat the right food. We need to take some nutritional supplements. We need to take some nutritional formulas. Beyond nutrition, you need to also do some yoga, think positive, listen to some music, you know, try to be not scared emotionally, try to sleep for a good 8 hours and be happy and be vigilant. Don't be stupid and reckless. Suppose you feel that you are symptomatic and you need to be hospital, go to hospital. And sometimes people from mild disease can become severe also. So then they go to the hospital, then they get injections, they do a CT scan, and then they have to be treated in the hospital. And even though people go to the hospital, most of the patients, 85-90% of the patients will be okay and they'll come out.
Okay.
So also remember, suppose you have got moderate to severe corona, it doesn't mean that you are going to die. Only in exceptional circumstances people are dying. In fact, a good thing is India is one of the lowest death rates in the world from corona. Compared to America, compared to Europe, we have a very low death rate. So that's something very reassuring.
Oh, that's a very insightful information. So how can the frontline warriors survive COVID-19?
Sorry, you are very blurred and I can't hear you at all.
So, am I audible now? How can frontline warriors survive COVID-19?
So see, the frontline warriors, who are our frontline warriors? Our doctors, our nurses, our healthcare workers in the hospitals, then our BMC staff, which are the sanitary workers, our police force, which are protecting us. So most of them, they need to mask, they need to stay clean, and they need to maintain distance. Beyond that, many of them take medicine like hydroxychloroquine once in a week. And that medicine, when you take, you tend to get, even if you get COVID, you get milder COVID and you don't die. So many people have taken prophylactic medicines. Also, all the frontline warriors, though, they are rotated. So suppose they do a duty for 24 hours or they do a duty for 14 days and they take 14 days off or 7 days off. So that is a rotational policy because they are all the time working in high COVID environment, particularly the healthcare staff. So for the healthcare staff, we are giving hydroxychloroquine prophylaxis, which is recommended by the Indian Council of Medical Research. We are trying to ensure that they sleep well, they get a good 8 hours sleep, they drink a lot of water, they stay healthy, they take nutritional supplements, they eat properly. And then after 2 weeks of duty, then we are trying to give them 1 week or 2 weeks off. So they go into a self-quarantine again. And then again, they go back to work. So that is how it is. It's a tough life because, you have to wear all the PPEs. And the other thing which you need to do is, remember, people who are working in COVID wards, they are not the ones who are getting more COVID. Because they are wearing all the personal protective equipment, these PPE kits, which look like astronaut kits. They are not, they are not. Actually, the people who are in the other part of the hospital, like radiology and other parts, where they are not taking protection, they are the ones who are more vulnerable. So for us, remember, 30% of the time, the test could be falsely negative. So when the test is falsely negative, then what is happening is that somebody is a carrier. We don't even know that person is a carrier. So the most important technique in COVID is a no-touch technique. So no touching, no hugging, no shaking hands. All if you follow our Indian Sanskruti, or our Indian traditions, which are Namaskar and no-touch technique, we are good. Sleep for a good 8 hours. If you do the so-called correct lifestyle, as per our traditions, we will be able to conquer corona in a very positive way. And that is what is needed.
Wow, that's amazing.
It is important. I'm very happy that you asked the question. That is, people who are in the frontline warriors are more at risk and many of them will also get corona.
Absolutely.
Okay. And it's important also that just mental health is important, but keeping good physical health is equally important. And therefore, when you are keeping good physical health, it is important that you do proper exercise. Even if you are locked down, you can do Surya Namaskar, you can do Uttak Baitak, you can actually do some yoga, you can do some weights at home, you can do on-the-spot jogging at home, you can do a lot of aerobic exercises at home. So you have to stay fit. And it is important that when you have the quarantine time, even for healthcare workers, you need to stay fit.
Wow, that's amazing. And what do you mean by having nutrition? What do you mean by having multi-nutrition tablets or medicines? Or what are those tablets which we can?
What we are advocating, see, if you don't have COVID, then what we tell them is eat good quality food. But it doesn't hurt if you take some vitamin C or vitamin D or some zinc.
Right.
And if you do not like food, see, now food is also not very easily available. Fruits and vegetables are not very easily available. And we need to build strong immunity. So just not building muscle is important. Building immunity and muscle both are important. So when you have to build immunity and muscle, the most important thing is proteins. So having the right protein with, balanced nutritional diet is very critical. So that is
Okay.
very important that you have a good balanced nutritional formulas. There are many such formulas available in the commercial market, which are nutritional formulas, which are medical formulas, which will build you and help you to build some good nutrition. And if you take some vitamin D, particularly if you are vegetarian, then you
Hmm.
need to be more stronger on the nutritional front. So you have taking some vitamin D, taking some vitamin C, taking some zinc, all doesn't hurt.
Hmm.
Because in India there's a lot of D deficiency and zinc deficiency, and
Hmm.
that lowers our immunity, particularly to respiratory viral illnesses. And
Hmm.
remember, now season is changing. When the season changes, what happens is that we are more susceptible to get sore throats. So it
Hmm.
is a good habit to do hot water gargles 4 times a day. It is a good habit to do twice a day steam inhalation. See,
Hmm.
our 60% of lung is expanded. So if you do proper pranayam and deep breathing exercises, then you'll be more fit. So it's
Okay.
important to be very cheerful, positive, physically, mentally, and spiritually fit, so that you can then live with corona happily. See, we have to all live with corona,
We
and
all.
with corona, you have to I call it corona care.
Hmm.
So to be corona care conscious and corona care, we need some precautions. What are those precautions? Simple precautions. SMS. S is soap and water or sanitizer. M
Hmm.
is mask. And
Hmm.
the third S is social distancing. If we do these three things perfectly, even sometimes at home, most
Hmm.
people will not get corona. If you and me both now are speaking through Instagram, but
Hmm.
ever we have to meet physically, you have to
Hmm.
be at least 2 meters away from me with mask on you and mask on me. Then the
Hmm.
chance of getting corona is less than 0.2%. Either of us have corona, it is less than 0.2%,
Oh.
because we have maintained the distance, we have worn our mask, and that is very important to recognize that once we have the distance, this is what our tradition also calls. Have a distance, you know, there is a no touch technique, and after there will be some prescription which I may write or something else which may be there. Then what happens? Those paperwork, all the paper, there are a lot of touch points. We call them
Okay.
high touch points, like
Huh.
doorknobs, lift bells, switches, these are high touch points. So wherever our physical body or fingers touch, these are called as high touch points. We need to clean our hands with soap and water.
Okay.
And
Hmm.
the main private parts of our body for corona are our mouth, nose, eyes, the face. The face is our private part. So we need to cover it. And we should not allow our hands to touch it. So that is the most important thing. Also, when you wear a mask, we should wear the mask completely on the face. That's very important to recognize and wear it. See, remember, masking is not new. Our ancestors, like the Jain Munis and all, were all wearing masks.
Hmm.
You see, so in Japan, if you go, the Buddhists, they are all wearing masks. So a lot of
Hmm.
Asian countries were actually having this culture of masking. So it's
Hmm.
important to recognize that masking is also very crucial and critical for all
Hmm.
this.
Oh, great insight, doctor. Wow. Okay, so how to where is India in the global race for a vaccine to tackle the coronavirus crisis?
So Kalpana ji, India is actually at the top of pharmaceutical research.
Okay.
And India is also trying to search a vaccine. In fact, the largest number of vaccines which are made in the world are made actually in Pune by Serum Institute. So they have collaborated with the Oxford Institute to make a corona vaccine for them. They are going to bottle the vaccine here. So almost 7-8 good Indian companies, which are biotechnology companies, are trying to make a vaccine for corona. But see, this coronavirus is a predictably unpredictable virus, and it is a very tricky virus. So it is not easy to find a vaccine for it. Right now, they are doing experiment in animals. Then they have to see that animal experiments are done in human beings, which are normal volunteers. These normal volunteers, when they give the vaccine, they should not get corona. They should get immunity towards corona. So according to me, normal vaccine takes 10 years to develop. Okay. The earliest the vaccine can be developed up till now on planet Earth has been 18 months, 1.5 years. Okay. They are trying to fast track because corona has stopped the world. Imagine one small little tiny RNA virus has stopped the whole world at their houses. So if we have to conquer corona, for the vaccine, it will take anywhere between 9 months to 18 months earliest. And most vaccines which are currently being attractively looked at may not even make the final cut. It is like if you take 5,000 drugs, then one drug is discovered. Similarly, if you take almost a good 50-100 vaccines, maybe one vaccine might make the cut.
Okay.
So vaccine will take at least a year and a half to come, but it will come. But it will take care of it. But
But
the
it will
good
take
thing is, we are Indians. So most Indians already have got BCG. And according to me, India has done very well with Corona because we have BCG vaccinated and a lot of our younger crowd has also got oral polio. So people
okay.
who have got oral polio and BCG, they have some amount of immunity from Corona. That doesn't mean they won't get Corona, but the Corona will be milder, asymptomatic because they have better immunity.
Wow. Okay, so how to manage patient home if somebody is with COVID-19 or in the society?
So see, if your patient comes, first of all, do not stigmatize that patient or the
Okay.
patient's relatives. And that person who gets Corona also should not feel stigmatized. You see, we have got Corona, that person knows that person can spread the disease to others, so self-isolate themselves. Then if that person has no symptoms, if person is at home, first download the Arogya Setu app, ensure that that person takes some vitamin C, vitamin D and some zinc. If the person can access a X-ray and ECG, get an X-ray and ECG done. If ECG is normal, X-ray is normal, then take 5-day course under medical supervision of azithromycin and hydroxychloroquine. If that ECG is abnormal, then they will give doxycycline and ivermectin. Drink lot of water. As I told you, you need to drink at a good 4 liters of water. Then ensure that you get 8 hours of sleep and be cheerful and positive. Eat well. A Corona patient needs to eat well. That's very, very important to recognize that a person needs to eat well. And if all this is done in a good way, then that Corona patient can take care. And if facilities are available, sometimes we tell them to get a pulse oximeter so that they can do their oxygen saturation. That is what all these Corona care facilities are there. But if the person starts getting breathless, then the person should be rushed to the hospital. And if the person is rushed to the hospital, then they give oxygen, prone positioning. Sometimes they give IV medicines. And sometimes they also give this, like blood transfusion. People who recover from Corona, they take their plasma out and they give plasma therapy. So it is like a blood transfusion. So it's called as Corona transfusions.
Okay. Wow, that's an amazing, insightful session. And it is very important to stay positive, eat right, stay healthy. And as you said, in a span of 6 months to a year, we'll be having this vaccine soon introduced to India and globally as well. So that would be a great help for us because there are a lot of students who want to go abroad and study. They have made so many plans. Like even my son wants to go to UK for his future study for international relation. So it becomes very difficult to make them understand that this is not the time to go. So any suggestions on that? I mean,
so see, lot of students, we have India sends a lot of students to Australia, to UK, to USA. So all these students, they are stranded here. So remember now, UK has already started opening up. USA partly has already started opening up.
okay.
So it is no harm that they can, by September, things will open up. You know, now the UK and West Indies are playing the test match also. Similarly, the Australia and India is going to play a test match. So another 2 to 3 months, I think it will be good to go. And only thing is when you are traveling, distancing will be difficult. So you'll have to wear gloves. When you're traveling, you might have to wear a face shield. You might have to wear a mask. You might have to, it is very uncomfortable to wear all these things. So the traveling is the challenge. And usually when you go there, you are likely to get quarantined. And then, you can have a normal life. Also remember, many of these students who will go abroad will have virtual classes. And they might do the Corona test more frequently. But that is done more as a precaution. And very likely there will be a second wave. It's a viral disease. So it's very likely that in winter there will be viral wave. So, so ensure that who students are going, they are taking themselves stock for a year.
I think there's some net problem. Yes, doctor.
Should not get scared at all. Students should continue with their plans. Their plans might get deferred by a month or two. A lot of classes will be done also virtually. And I think if they take appropriate precautions, they can definitely go back and resume their work or resume their classes or resume their schooling, resume their education. See, the schooling and education will be a little delayed and lot of it will be offline, which will be like virtual. So today is a time of virtual reality. Today the world is globally connected. We have become global, virtual citizens. So from anywhere in the world, without traveling, actually there is a lot of economy. See, our pollution has come down. Our nature, we are respecting nature better. We are disrespecting nature. We had disrespect our environment. and now there is no need to travel. So much of travel time is less, and so much of happiness is there. So look at corona in a positive way. Don't get anxious. Don't get scared. There's a whole new term called coro anxiety and coro psychosis. So corona has to be handled with a lot of love and care. And without getting hassled, without getting stressed out, without freaking out, you should learn how to live with corona. But we need a lot of caution and care. So you don't have to be reckless. Don't have to be stupid. Ki mere ko kuch nahi hoega. I won't wear a mask. I won't wash my hands. I want to get corona. Don't be that stupid, because this coronavirus is very smart. It is smarter than human beings. It's the only virus after 100 years which has stopped the whole planet Earth. So it is not an easy virus to crack. And whatever the medical scientists will do, whatever the global scientists will do, they are just about getting somewhere near there.
Okay. Wow. Wonderful, doctor. Such a insightful and so many tips and suggestions what you have given will definitely help us all in combating and live with COVID-19. And before we sign off, I would just want to do a quick rapid fire to know a little bit more about you. Doctor, your favorite book?
My favorite book, I'm a Robin Cook fan.
Oh, okay. And a place where you love being the most?
Germany.
Yeah, any reason?
Black Forest, Germany. Black Forest, Germany.
Okay. Oh, wow. And your favorite music icon?
I'm not a big music fan.
Okay. And your creative inspiration?
A.R. Rahman would probably be my music icon. I like his music.
Okay. Wow, I too. And your creative inspiration?
See, we are not creative people. We are medical people. So we don't have too much of creativity. Okay, we have to do our own thing. So we have medical icons. We have scientific icons. But we look up to people. So I still look up to our Prime Minister. I think he's the future of India. Had it not been for him, he's a game changer. So he's really been a big inspiration for India. It's like you get some people like him once in a lifetime. And then of course in the scientific world we have people who we worship and idolize, who are scientists.
Yeah, so hence rapid fire to take you out from your medical field and come back to our life, like, music. So just to know a little bit about you, whether even do you listen to music or do you have any creative passion or something as such? But
yes. So I definitely listen to music. I do yoga. I practice yoga. I definitely, try to do some yoga and get some positivity like pranayam and shavasana, kapalbhati, all these things, surya namaskar. So all these things are important to keep you going, And music is very soothing and relaxing. So it gives you the positive vibration and positive energy. So it's important that when you are living, when you are under stress, see, you should not lose. You must eat well and you must sleep well. Because if you are sleep deprived and if you eat less, then you tend to be irritable. And then if you are irritable, then you tend to be impulsive. And if you are impulsive, then not only you make yourself upset, but you make people around you upset.
Absolutely.
So if you want to really conquer yourself, the first thing is take 2 steps back, be humble, and try to eat well and sleep well. And then what happens is you will be less irritable. Then your ability to react to people will not be immediate. You can take a pause, listen to somebody, and then do things. The other thing in life is that never have any expectation from anybody. Then you will be very happy. Okay, that's a very tough statement to make. But it is once you stop having expectations from anybody, then you start getting inner peace. Till you don't get, because you should never expect anything from anybody. Only then you will be successful in life.
I'm definitely going to talk to you about this after this session. So yeah, your strongest dislike about people?
Hypocrisy.
Hypocrisy, yes, big time. And your best quick fix remedy?
Best quick fix remedy for what?
Kuch bhi. I mean, now say for me it's like coffee. I have coffee and I'm okay. Or a tea.
So I'm a tea man. I'm a chai. I'm a tea addict. Tea.
Okay.
So for me, my stimulation, my addiction is tea. So once upon a time, I was an ISKCON devotee, and I never had tea, coffee, kanda, lasun, everything. And then of course later on, but I love tea. Period.
Okay. So your biggest
Even when I was
addiction,
talking to
addiction
you,
would,
even when I was talking to you, I needed my cup of tea. So tea
okay,
keeps me going.
okay. So your I can also say that your biggest addiction is tea.
Probably yes. It's actually
Okay.
my knowledge. I'm a reader. So for me, my
Uh,
biggest addiction is quest for the truth. But beyond that, if at all you see there's an addiction or a weakness I have, tea is one of them.
tea is one. Okay. And most adventurous things you have ever done?
Most adventurous things I've ever done. See, I'm scared of things. So when you're scared of something and when you do it, for example, I used to have a fear of aircrafts, sitting inside the aircrafts and giant wheels. You know,
Oh,
so some people have these phobias. So when you sit and overcome that, that is a big challenge for me.
okay.
So
And last,
when aircraft has turbulence, I used to get very scared of. Now I don't get
um,
scared of it because
oh,
I did something called as mindfulness. And when you do mindfulness, you actually calm down your mind and close your eyes. It is like, and then vipassana, mindfulness. This isolation is like this current lockdown is like a blessing in disguise because it has
hmm.
allowed me to backtrack my thoughts. It is like a forced vipassana. I was actually going to go for vipassana, but because we are locked down at home itself, I have been able to do in a quarantine environment to do vipassana. So actually, God has allowed me to do vipassana here.
Yeah, quarantine have definitely been blessing in disguise to so many of us. I was planning to go to Igatpuri for Vipassana and see this happen. But yes, I'm not on the Vipassana mode. Yeah. All right. So last rapid fire, fame or money?
Neither. It is
Oh,
happiness and satisfaction. Okay, I
wow.
don't need fame. I don't need money. For me, the most important thing is to be happy and be cheerful and positive. And if you can give it to others, that is the best thing you have. See, money and fame will follow, but if you are never happy, if you are not content, if you are not happy and satisfied, then you are nothing. So
Ab-
you have to learn to be happy. So for me,
Absolutely,
it is
Doctor.
not fame, it is not money, it is all about happiness, it is all about positive energy. And if you can emit your energy and give it to others, nothing like it.
Absolutely, I totally agree with you. I still remember the first time I met, the amount of positiveness you had given me. I literally felt good. I mean, I'm a cancer survivor. I have survived twice, and I have seen very rare doctor actually, being so compassionate to the patient, and you are one of them. And I'm so thankful and
Thank you.
grateful to you for that. A message for social tables.
Well, do well. You are spreading positive energy. You are getting people across sectors. You are doing a very good social work, and you have a commitment towards the society which you are fulfilling, and you're using your ability to network with others in a very positive direction. So my message is: do well, be happy, spread your message of happiness everywhere. And I think with this, people will learn better. They will be happier, and you are really I also feel that you have a business angle to it. So I
Hmm.
hope that and pray that you are able to generate some commerce, you are able to network the right people. See, it's all about today's world is a net world. It is a net connected world. So we are all connected via social medium and virtual medium. So, if you are trying to build a net worth through a
Hmm.
network, and
Oh,
and I think social table is a vehicle for you to actually improve your network. And
mm,
eventually, if it improves your net worth and it makes you happy, it's good. Okay.
good.
So, but
Yeah,
that is not the only thing you should do it for. You should do it for your love and pleasure of it. And you're doing
yeah.
a fantastic job. It's a new venture which you have started. I wish and pray that you're very successful and happy. And whatever is your goal, please stay happy and please be
Thank,
positive and
thank
be in
you.
good health.
Thank you
I'm
so
grateful
much.
that you found me worthy to be here because this is my first time in my life. I must confess, it is the
Uh,
first time in my life or Instagram live. I didn't know what is Instagram. It is all for the modern young generation, and I'm a very old man. So
oh,
like I'm like a retired man. So for me to get on this social media platform was very difficult. So I'm grateful to you that at least you were able to get me on this platform. Thank you very much.
अरे Baba doctor, no, don't say that. आप बहुत जवान हो and you're very young at heart and you can connect to us. Hence you are here. There's Malaika who is saying hi, doctor. I think she knows you. So yeah. You can tell her hi. So before we conclude, what word of wisdom or advice, before we conclude, what word of wisdom or advice would you give to other viewers, to our viewers, sorry?
Other?
Before we conclude, what word of wisdom or advice you give to our viewers?
Right. So my word is, in the corona world today, stay safe. Don't be foolish and foolhardy. Don't be impulsive. Okay, stay calm, stay safe, do the SMS correctly. S for soap, water or sanitizer. M for mask. Don't forget the use the no touch technique well. Okay, and even if there is no corona, remember, it's all about positivity, and it's ensuring that you are happy, and if people around you are happy because of you, that's great. That's my only take-home message. Be happy, stay safe, stay home, or stay wherever you are. Be happy, cheerful, and smile.
So much of positiveness. Thank you so much, Doctor. It's a great honor and privilege to propose the vote of thanks to Dr. Shashank Joshi, who, despite of his busy schedule, has found time to grace this special interaction. We are extremely grateful to you for sharing the words of encouragement and giving us valuable inputs on the current pandemic situation. Sir, your eminent presence has indeed made this interaction a memorable one, and we unitedly thank you from the bottom of our heart for your kindness, interest, and support. Thank you once again for joining us today. Thank you so much.
Thank you,
Doctor.